Hi and welcome to day 6. We're going to start seated today. Close down your eyes and bring your attention inwards as you just settle into the practice today. When you're ready, taking the arms overhead as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, coming down as far forward as is comfortable. No crunching or forcing, just gently opening up through the outer hips and the lower back. We're going to gently bring the hands round in front of the opposite knee to the one that is in front. We're going to bring the hands round. Gently walk your hands round in front of one knee. And notice the stretch changes its emphasis slightly more to the side of your body. Again, be mindful the whole time. If your body doesn't like it, come out of it. Keep walking round to the side, coming upright. Take the arm overhead, gently stretching through the waist. And taking that arm that's overhead down to the opposite knee, coming upright and walk the fingers round to the opposite buttock, lift up through the sternum, twist through the torso. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. Coming back to centre, swapping the cross of the feet, breathing in, taking the arms overhead, and as you breathe out, coming down as far forward as feels comfortable. Start walking the hands round to the other knee. Gently bringing the chest over the thigh. Notice I'm not going very deep over it. We're trying to keep both sitting bones on the floor here, but the whole time just honouring where we are in the practice today. Keep walking the hand round to the side, coming upright, take your arm overhead, going into a side bend. And take that hand that's overhead, sitting more upright, walk the other hand round to the opposite buttock, lift up through the sternum, twist through the torso. Twists are great for increasing the mobility and flexibility in your spine. We're going to take it really gently. And gently coming back to centre. Roll over onto your knees and come up into downward dog, curling the toes under, taking the bottom up towards the ceiling, walking your dog, alternate heels towards the floor as you start to activate your glutes, hamstrings and calves. Lower both heels towards the floor, connect to the palms. Follow the energy from the hands all the way through the arms, up towards your bum, going up towards the ceiling and back down the legs to the heels, tucked behind the ankles, downward dog. And gently sink down onto your left knee and step the right foot to where your right hand is. Taking both hands on the inside of the foot and sinking into the pose. Baby dragon. So you'll see I'm moving that back knee towards the back of the mat as much as I can to get that stretch through the outer hip. Dragons help to open up through the lower back and the outer hip. We're just going to stay on the palms for today. Watch the shoulders haven't crept up by the ears. Open the shoulders by releasing them back and down. And let me just show you what this looks like face on. So you can see that both hands are on the inside of the foot here. So you're going to walk that foot to the edge of the mat and then lift the ball of the foot off the floor, the big toe off the floor, and allow the knee to move out to the side, winged dragon. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. And then taking that foot to the back of the mat, sinking back onto your heels, coming into child's pose, close down your eyes. Reconnect with your breath. Settling into the pose. Coming up onto your knees as you breathe in, curling the toes under as you breathe out, coming into downward dog. You can walk the dog if you like, or come up and down on your tiptoes, stretch through the soles of your feet. Come up and down on your tiptoes, stretch through the soles of your feet as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, come up onto the tiptoes, breathe out, lower the heels. Breathe in, coming up onto the tiptoes. Breathe out, lowering the heels. Sink down onto the right knee as you breathe in and step the left foot up where the left hand was. Both hands on the inside of the foot and then sink down into the pose. Just be mindful that that front knee doesn't go ahead of the foot. So you don't want the foot right back here. And as you can see, the knees at the heels off the floor and the knees right ahead of the foot. Take the foot as far forward as you can. That will also give you more space to open up through that back hip flexor. Staying up on the hands for today. Watch your shoulders, roll the shoulders back and down. Keep coming back to the breath. Walk the foot to the edge of the mat. Lift the ball of the foot and the big toe off the mat. Allow the knee to move out to the side, opening up to the inside inner thigh. Keep coming back to the breath. And then take the foot to the back of the mat, sinking back onto your heels, coming into child's pose. And gently rolling up, one vertebra at a time, coming up to seated. Swizzle the legs round. Coming into Dandasana, hands either side of the hips. Place the right foot on the floor, a few centimetres away from the inside of the left knee. Hug the left elbow around the right knee. And then take the right arm overhead as you breathe in, and then take that hand round to the opposite buttock as you breathe out. Lift up through the sternum, twist through the torso. Seated twist. So be mindful how this feels when you go into it. Moving gently and honouring your body throughout. And gently unwinding, coming back to center. Take a nice smooth breath in and out, and then swap to the other side, placing the left foot on the floor. Take the right arm out to the side and hug the knee with the elbow. Take the left arm overhead as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring that hand round to the opposite buttock, lifting up through the sternum, twisting through the torso. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. And gently unwinding. Hands either side of the hips as you breathe in. Take the arms overhead. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, pivot at the hips. So you can use blankets or cushions if you wish. Place them under your belly or under your head, and you can just melt into the pose. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you have a strap or a tie or a scarf, you can wrap your strap, tie or scarf around the foot, lifting up, pivoting at the hips. This is particularly useful if you haven't got much mobility, yeah? And that is about as far as you can go, but you want some support. The strap is there for that. So this is a really nice pose for opening up through that lower back, stretching everything out. Yeah, doing it really gently, stretching through the hamstrings, being mindful that if you're super tight or hypermobile, you're going to need a micro bend in the knees. And it cools and calms your mind. Any forward fold is deeply cooling and calming for the mind. And then releasing the strap or the feet or the legs as you breathe in. Take the arms overhead and breathe out. Bring the hands down by your hips. You're going to bend your knees and shift your bottom a bit closer to the knees, easing yourself down onto the floor. Maybe you still need to come down onto your elbows to do that. Maybe you building up that confidence and strength to just gently roll down onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Lovely stretch for the lower back. Gently rocking from side to side, massaging the spine. Release the arms. Take the arms out along the floor. Take a breath in and breathe out. Lower the knees down to the opposite side. Take a deep breath in and lower the knees on your exhalation down to the right hand side and turning your head to the left, coming into a simple twist. And bringing the knees through center, taking the knees down to the other side. And coming back through center as you breathe in, extend the legs onto the floor. If you want to support the back of the knees with a blanket, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, just lying with your feet on the floor, hands either side of your hips, close down your eyes. Relax your feet and your ankles. Relax your shins and your calves. Relax your kneecaps and the backs of your knees. Relax your thighs and your hamstrings. Relax your hips, pelvis and buttocks. Relax your belly and your lower back. Relax your ribs and your torso. Relax your chest and your upper back. Relax your shoulders, arms and hands. Relax your mouth, tongue and jaw. Relax the space between your eyes and around your eyes. Relax your forehead and the crown of your head. And it may feel like you haven't got time to do Shavasana, especially if you're repeating the sequences 2 or 3 times a day, 3 or 4 ideally. But it's really important to take this time to allow your body to absorb the benefits of your practice. Just a couple of moments as you integrate what you've been doing today, inviting in your body's innate healing mechanism to kick in by taking a bit of time in stillness and in silence. And then bring your awareness to your hands, and before you wriggle your hands, imagine you're doing so. And then wriggling your fingers, notice the sensations you feel in your hands. Bring your awareness to your feet. Before you wriggle your toes, imagine you're doing so. And then wriggling your toes, notice the sensations you feel in your feet. If you'd like to stretch, take your arms along the floor, stretch your hands in the opposite direction to your feet. Then when you're ready, bending your knees, rolling over onto your right hand side, taking a couple of breaths of transition. And then gently rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Bringing your hands to heart center. May you take the benefits of your yoga practice with you into your life today, and may it touch all those who share your life. Namaste.